He's so smooth, he should do a butter commercial, man. He's smooth like butter. I got to quit wearing socks. Man, I'm having a complex. I got to up my game. These guys all look so good and beautiful and amazing. All right, well, this next speaker does make me feel better about my life. Because he's the most down-to-earth guy. If you're ever around him, just bring him a cup of coffee. He might kiss you on the cheek. He'll hug you. He has become one of my best friends in the whole world. I'm his neighbor in Puerto Rico. We golf 2-3 times a week. We go out to dinner all the time. He loves long introductions. Get up here. He's already coming up. Help me welcome Gene Frederick, everybody. The legend, the Godfather. I love you, man.
Thank you. Love you too, man. Thank you.
The reason.
No, stay standing. Stay standing. Here's what I want you to do. Stay standing. Put your cell phone down. Seriously. This is going to freak every single one of you out. The cell phone is not attached to my hand. Because if I can have you just for 10 minutes, because I'm going to give you the best I got for 10 minutes. But I really believe when you write some things down, right, it sticks with you forever and ever and ever. And that's why you see me do the napkin stuff. A few people, I've done the napkin here, said, could you sign it? So go ahead and sit down, grab your pen and paper. Thank you, guys. By the way, all the slides I will send to you. There's no slides. James texts me, where's your slides? Where's your slides? Where's your slides? Okay, write this down. This is a fact. I'm calling it a Eugenism. If you've ever been with our family, my kids call it what do they always call it? Eugenisms. Because I say sayings that nobody else says. I swear in different ways. You know, turkey buns. Do you guys use turkey buns too? I don't really swear a lot, but when I swear, it's kind of weird. So I have Eugenisms. Here it is. Agents don't move for the money. Agents don't move for the money. They move companies when you help them fulfill their dreams. This is a fact. I've been recruiting real estate agents since 1989. I will challenge anybody from any company that says, oh, they came here because our split was better. They came here because this, that. I challenge anybody. I have story after story that I could tell you where people came, and on Monday when they signed up, after I spent 8 hours with them on a Saturday, they said, Gene, what's our split? Okay. Repeat after me. Just repeat it for me. Agents. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. No. That sounded Puerto Rican to me. That was, for all you Spanish speakers, that was Puerto Rican. Oh, bon dia. Okay. Boricua. Okay. Let me tell you a story. 3 years and about 4 months ago, I'm sitting in an office with my financial advisor. By the way, my stockbroker doesn't be called a stockbroker. He says, no, I'm your financial advisor, right? So I'm with UBS, United Bank of Switzerland. Jay has become a very, very good friend. By the way, I needed a financial advisor in 2018. And we sat there in a room. Now envision this. He brings in his team. He has a team of 12 people. By the way, you have to have net worth of $5 million or more just to get an appointment with his 12 people, right? And he's sitting there and he's got his 12 people. I have my 4 people. Susan, right, remember? Becky and Kathy. Kathy Gordon's my CEO. And I lay out for them. Now this is 2018. How many agents did we have, Glenn, in 2018? Not 15,000, 12,000? I literally said to them, get your pen and paper out, set down your phone. Because here's what's going to happen in 19. Here's how much money I'm going to make. And here's how big the company's going to be. In 20, here's how much money I'm going to make, and here's how big the company's going to be. And in 21, here's how much money I'm going to make, and this is how big the company's going to be. Guess what? Jay came out to visit us with his wife, Vicki, in December. He says, Gene, I got to tell you, you know how many people come into my office and say they're going to start a company, and it's going to turn up like this? He says, I swear to God, you're one of the only ones that every single thing you said was going to come true, came true. Okay? I am telling you, we're at a special place. It's the first time in my life. I love Martin Luther King, by the way, because he had what? What did he have? Okay, he didn't have a plan. He didn't have a plan. He had what? Okay. Do you know the last speech he gave before, unfortunately, he got just terrible, right? Assassinated. What did he say? What was the dream speech we all know about? But what was the other one he said? What was it? No, what was it? I've seen the mountain. I've seen the mountain. I've seen the real estate mountain. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Now, he's talking about another mountain, right? Like he's all going to meet us there someday. We're going to meet him. But the thing is, I've seen the real estate mountain. You guys haven't. I've been through the trenches. I've owned every doggone franchise on earth. Here's the problem. Just like a lot of our speakers said, you guys don't believe it with the passion I do. You just don't. I risked everything. I risked everything. Do you know it was 2.5 years? Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Jason, for believing in me. But 2.5 years after we started this, we were at Thanksgiving. And I love Thanksgiving because we had all the family around. And everyone, even the 3-year-old and the 5-year-old and the 7-year-old, has to say what they're thankful for. And the last person to speak was who? Susan. You know what she said after 2.5 years of working my tail off? I'm thankful eXp worked. This was not easy, guys. Do you understand? You're going to struggle. You're going to have tough times. You're going to doubt yourself. When you doubt yourself, just talk to Chuck Fazio. What I want you to take away from this today is, by the way, when my financial advisor, I call him now, Jay comes and he played golf with me. He came to Puerto Rico. I just love the man because he believed in me, right? And we set out a goal. Now, I'm telling you, this is 3.5 years ago. I sat in his office, and then I asked his 12 people. I said, I want to know, how much do you think I should spend per month when I'm making that money? I actually asked him. I said, write it down, just like I did with you guys, you know. Write down the monthly expenses I should spend. I mean, I heard $10,000 a month. I heard $20,000 a month. I don't think anybody went over $30,000 a month. And I said, you guys got to be crazy. I'm going to be spending $200,000 a month. If I'm making $1 million a month, I'm spending $200,000 a month. I got news for you, man. I'm going all over the world. Where are you guys thinking? Get on board with me. Come on. Let's go get on the nickel together, right? So that's the problem. Here's the problem. Not a problem. It's a mind shift. It's not a problem. We've all had it. You're thinking too small. Write it down. You're thinking too small. Think big for once in your life. Write it out what you're going to make 3 years from now. I did it. Now, I didn't do it. That's the cool part about it. When I'm saying I didn't do it, come on, man. This isn't me. This isn't Susan. It's the fact that we committed to it. And what happened was, I've seen the mountain. I keep telling people, I can see the real estate future. They go, no, you can't. I said, yes, I can. It's really weird. I did it for the last 3 years. By the way, I have the goals for the next 5 years. It's going to happen. Do you think it's going to happen?
Absolutely, baby.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. It's the first time he's put his phone down all week. Is everybody with me on this? Ashley, you with me on this? Think bigger. Think bigger. You think you're thinking big, but that whole room looked at me like, what do you mean you're going to be spending $200,000? The looks I got from his people was like, well, you shouldn't spend $200,000 a month. You should pretend like it's 1930 and pay off all your bills. Right? Was anybody raised by somebody from the Depression or your grandparents from the Depression? Got news for you guys. Don't think like that. It's okay. They had to go through that for us. But what we should do, the $200,000 I'm going to be spending a month, probably $190,000 of it's going to be to charity. Right? Seriously, Susan and I now here, I'll end it with this. I am the only person that's ever spoke up here that ends early. They forgot there's a clock. Okay. In December, when Jay and Vicki came out, my financial advisor came out, he says, well, I got to show you what assets you have. If you all don't know us, Susan and I have been married 27 years. Thank you, Susan. I love you. When we got married, I said, could you pay the bills because I can't stand looking at negative stuff. And she says, yeah. So for 27 years, if you don't know us, I have not looked at a bill. I actually committed myself to make so much money. I said, Susan, I'm going to make so much money that the crap I got you into when we got married, we'll get out of. Right? So I really don't know how much money we have. Susan pays all the bills. And so he comes and he lays out this financial stuff. And it was nice for him to do that because, you know, he's staying at our house for a couple days. And he puts this forward. Now, in 2018, at that same meeting that I met with him, we gave 250,000 shares of eXp stock to a charity. Now, we get to determine where that money goes, right? And we hadn't done it yet. We have time. It's really our, what do they call it, a defined fund? I don't even know. You guys don't care what the name is. I don't either, right? But all I know is our family gets to give that money away whenever we want to, okay? And he slides the pieces of paper across, and Susan and I start to almost tear up together. $14.4 million. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn Sanford, my friend. We're starting to tear up. I mean, $14.4 million we get to give away. So I said, well, let's send $100,000 to this charity, and $100,000. We gave $100,000 away a couple times. And then he calls me back. He says, Gene, guess what? You made a grown man cry today when he got the $100,000 check. I've never met that man. He says he's going to call you someday and say, thank you, thank you. You know, they don't get $100,000 checks. Now, that's just the beginning of my giving. That's the beginning of my giving, Rick. So here's the thing. That's the beginning. What I want you all to think is so big. Quit thinking thoughts like this. Oh, when's enough enough? Come on. Come on. No, I'm not going to say, come on, man. But you know what I mean, right? You guys, the problem is you've got old tapes in your head. They're from your parents. They're from your friends. They're from your brothers. They're from people you've talked to over the weekend. Say, yeah, when you start making $500,000 a year, that's good. You're good. Cut it out. Okay, guys? That's what I want you to do for the rest of your life. If I can just instill anything to you. Think so big, you could cure hunger. Come on, man. Come on. Let's cure hunger together. This housing project, 13 more homes. I told Susan, write a check today. 6,000 times 13. Come on, write the check today. Mainly because I don't know where the checks are. I have no idea where they are. Man, I'm telling you what, I look better when you just show the backside of me here. I like this. So, 10 minutes, you didn't have your cell phone in your hand. You wrote some stuff down. I just want to say thank you to all of y'all. I envisioned this. It happened. When I say I envisioned it, we all envisioned it, right? We all envisioned it. It was going to happen. So I'm going to introduce the next speaker because I don't know anybody in my life that can close out a session better than this man. He's become my best friend. Let's hear it up for Brent Goff!